Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Bearish or Bullish. On this series, we give our guests 15 seconds to answer whether they are bearish or bullish on a particular topic and why. Ben Armstrong, are you ready to hop in?
Yes, I'm ready.
Beautiful. Let's start. Bearish or bullish? We're starting this one off hot. The LA Dodgers.
Very bearish on the LA Dodgers. They had their time in the sun. The fact is, last year they really got lucky to beat the Braves 3-1. The Braves should have actually went on to win the World Series last year, but we'll take this year instead. Dodgers, get out of my face.
So I actually grew up in LA. My first baseball game was a Dodgers game.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. But I'm a converted Braves fan, so.
Amen, brother. You're in God's country.
I'm in good hands. Gemini Exchange.
I'm overall bearish on Gemini Exchange. We use it for some stuff and it's good for some things, but overall Gemini is never going to compete with Coinbase. It's never going to compete with Binance. It's always going to be kind of an exchange out on the periphery of crypto.
College football.
Now, I'm bullish on college football, but I do want to tell you, I'm much less bullish on college football than a lot of people down here in the South. I'm a pro guy. I love the NFL better. It's better quality of players. A lot of people are like, but the atmosphere is so much better, but I prefer the higher level of play, but I do love college football.
Plan B, the crypto guy.
I'm pretty bearish on Plan B right now. I've always been bullish on him, but right now I've got to be bearish on him because I do think the stock to flow chart is broken to an extent. I don't think we're going to reach the numbers that he's calling for. I think a lot of people are going to be led astray. So for right now, I'm going to have to be bearish.
Why do you think the stock to flow chart won't be working in the future or right now?
Well, there's just a lot of other factors in play. I mean, the institutional money coming in is very strong and has a heavy hand in the market, and I don't think the commodities chart that he's adapted for Bitcoin takes that in consideration.
Sumo Wrestling.
I'm very bearish on sumo wrestling.
What? I mean, sumo wrestling.
Look, it's fun to watch a sumo wrestling match like one time every 18 years, but after you've seen one, you've seen them all. Throw this out of the ring. They should make them go butt to butt. That'd be a lot more interesting. How back up, and twerk on each other. Try to push you out with a twerk,
Would you be bullish on sumo wrestling then?
Yeah, if they're twerking, I'm going to be real bullish on it. Aaron, we're trying to record a show. Be serious.
PewDiePie.
I mean, you got to be bearish on PewDiePie at this point. I mean, I think he's seen his peak, obviously. He got passed as the #1 channel, and I think his shtick is really, over time, is going to be dying. But you got to respect, man, what he's done on YouTube.
I still watch PewDiePie.
You do?
Yeah.
You still watch him?
Yeah.
His numbers going down pretty considerably, right?
Well, he doesn't care about the numbers at this point for having like over 100 million.
Well, right, but if you're bullish or bearish on something, if you're bullish, it's on an upward trajectory. If it's bearish, it's on a downward trajectory.
I see the perspective. I see the perspective.
That's the way I take it.
Okay.
He's still wildly successful.
Yeah.
And will continue to be. He's like untouchably successful at this point.
Next, we have horror movies.
I'm bearish on horror movies, but only because I have to. Now, I used to watch horror movies when I was younger. I definitely liked them. They were very interesting. They're getting a little too gory these days, but the fact is my wife cannot watch a horror movie. She can't even watch a trailer on TV for one without hiding her face. So we just don't really watch them. Oh, God, they just go so over the top with the gore these days.
Yeah.
But my wife, she can't even. Like a Halloween special on Disney, she like hides that. You know what I mean? Like that's how scared of horror movies she is.
Filecoin.
I tell you what, I guess I'm bullish on Filecoin. I think that really we haven't seen one coin rise to the top to be the decentralized storage or cloud storage go-to coin, and Filecoin's got a lot of money behind it. Winklevoss twins, I think it's going to do pretty well.
The modern space race. So like SpaceX, Blue Origin, Virgin Galactic.
I'm very bullish on that. I mean, we're already seeing like a lot of competition rise up between bigwigs in the world, trying to make sure we can get to space, make it affordable to people. I'm not willing to do it on the front end. I got enough money to go to space, but I'm going to wait until there's been several thousand flights before I decide to go check it out.
Right. Dubai.
Very bullish on Dubai. A lot of crypto people live there. A lot of people know Carl and MM Crypto and Da Vinci and Four Flies. Marin's over there a lot. There's a lot of people in crypto that are always over in Dubai. It's got a lot to offer. It's like a melting pot of people. I think it's a really good place.
Burger King.
I mean, you got to be bearish on fast food restaurants at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already starting. I actually saw a Zaxby's that closed down recently, a Wendy's that got taken over and turned into a Starbucks. We're starting to see people just aren't really big on fast food like they used to. New generation coming up don't want it. Look, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that restaurants in general are going to go through an entire evolution in the near future because Gen Z, like, they don't like the same kinds of foods that we like. They love, like, avocado toast and brunch and healthy food and omelets with vegetables in them, you know, like, they don't want to go and get a sausage biscuit, you know, which I can't wrap my mind around, you know, or they don't want to go get a burger, you know, with all kinds of fat in it and hardly any actual meat. Like, they and you got to think about it, like, they've been inundated with so much information on the topics of food that they actually know what's in it before they become addicted to it. Like what happened to the rest of us, you know, we're like, you know, I'll eat Taco Bell even if the meat ain't real because it tastes good. And I've been eating it forever, you know? So that's why you're also seeing chain restaurants, like not just fast food restaurants, but like, you know, Chili's and Applebee's. I know it's fancy like, but you know, Chili's and Applebee's and other restaurants in that vein, like the big chain restaurants, they're closing down. They can't find anybody to work is definitely part of it. But another part is they have to keep changing their menu to fit Gen Z. And then the more they change their menu, the more they isolate the people with the actual money that don't want to eat there anymore. So,
Shaquille O'Neal.
I mean, you got to be bullish on Shaquille O'Neal. He's one of the greatest businessmen probably ever. I mean, you know, in so many different things. And he just got a really fun, likable personality. He played on the Lakers, crushed it with Kobe. And then, you know, they split up, obviously one of the saddest tales in sports. Went on to win another championship.
Drake.
Man, I tell you what, I'm bearish on Drake. This is the first time in my whole life I've been bearish on Drake.
Really?
Yeah, you know, the new album just was not hitting for me. He's got a couple good songs on there. I mean, the Too Sexy song's pretty good. But really, his album and Kanye's, I thought, were both disappointing. So,
Who would you say is an artist to look out for?
Polo G.
Polo G.
Get it? Love Polo G. Crushing it right now.
Craig Wright.
I mean, bearish on Craig Wright. This guy is a liar, a manipulator, a fraudster. But I will tell you, I do believe that Craig Wright did play some role in the early days of Bitcoin. He knows that Satoshi is actually dead, and that's why he has such audaciousness in defending that he is Satoshi. He knows there's nobody to call him out for it.
So what did you think of Ben's answers? Are you bearish or bullish on all of them? I don't know. I would have to say there's some stuff I disagree with. Like I'm still kind of bullish on Drake, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was one thing.
I'm hoping he's going to come out of the slump.
Yeah.
I think it's a slump, personally.
Well, if anything, what do you think? Please let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it interesting. Well, that's all we got for today. Until next time, have a great weekend.